This is all my favorite face makeup. Studio Sculpt has been my favorite for a few years, and I've just recently added the Ulta HD foundation. It's so cheap. And then this is the MAC Studio Sculpt stick. This is a stick highlighter. I'm a huge fan of highlighters. I use the stick and also the powder. The stick is from Ulta, and so is the powder from Ulta. And this is all, I don't use all of this every day, but this is all my face makeup. It's actually like all I have in my collection. So I've been using Studio Sculpt for like 7 years now or something, I think. And I love it. Oh, I'll get back to that. First, you should always moisturize your face before you put on makeup. And I actually make my own moisturizer. I like to mix like 1 or 2 really good face creams, and then I throw in a little bit of bronzer, a little bit of tanner, and then also a little bit of vitamin E oil. Kind of helps my skin, helps my face makeup stay on and go on easier and stay on longer. So I'm using the MAC stippling brush. It's like that flat brush. And for me, this is like my favorite brush. I have a couple foundation brushes, and I know that I'm not using the stippling technique right here. Stippling is actually when you, when you pat the skin, when you go up and down, like lots of little, almost like a tattoo gun. Pat, 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 pat. I'm using like a regular brush, but MAC brushes just work so good. In my opinion, you can use a cheap makeup as long as you use a good brush. I mean, some people might not agree, but brushes really make a difference. So here I wanted to show what it looks like when I use a beauty blender. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of beauty blenders because I kind of feel like they just soak up my product regardless of if I wet the blender or not, and regardless of how expensive or cheap it is. I feel like they don't work. Honestly, I feel like my fingers work better than a beauty blender, but to each their own. I know a lot of people swear by beauty blenders. So now this is the Sephora HD foundation brush. It's called the Soft Focus HD, something like that. And I don't use all 3 of these brushes every day. I'm doing this to show you guys like the different brushes I have and different techniques, I guess. I don't know. But this is a really nice brush too. And I do wet my brushes before I do my makeup. For me, it gives a really nice dewy finish, and I really like that. I do use a little bit of powder here and there. I'll get to that later. But I don't like using too matte of a finish. I like to look soft and dewy because, like, when you're dewy, your skin is moist, and when your skin is moist, it's less prone to wrinkles. The drier your skin is, the more likely you are to get wrinkles. So I know everyone gets wrinkles, but I just want to try and hold off as long as I can. So I try to keep my skin pretty moist. This is just a dollar Wet n Wild brush, but I find that it actually works quite well to clean up the areas that my larger brushes can't reach. I like sticks for the convenience factor. I used a thick concealer stick around my eyebrows, as I'm sure you saw, and like under my eyes and stuff, I think. And now I'm using a stick highlighter from Ulta, and I think this thing was like only $6 or something. It's very cheap. But I like to go on like those little areas of my lips and like in the corners of my eyes and a little under my eyes, because the lighter colors just make you look more like awake and youthful, and they're just like good. When you do it under your nose like that, it makes you like, I don't know, it makes your mouth look better? I don't know. I think it makes you look younger maybe, or I'm not sure. So this is one of those oval brushes, and I'm using a highlighter from Ulta. It was like the buy one get one free, and it's just the Ulta brand, and I think they still have them, and it was only a couple dollars, I think. I don't know. It is awesome though. I do put it on kind of thick, and then I pat it down. I don't know why. I just feel like that works better for me. You don't want to touch your face too much during the day because, you know, all the oil and dirt on your face can clog your pores, make you oily and stuff. But I do touch my face a little bit during my makeup. Okay, now I'm showing you how I do my bronzer. I do my bronzer in kind of like a U shape, or like an upside down C shape, sort of. I go in the hollows of my cheek, and I go up on my forehead, and I honestly just kind of make a complete circle around my face. I go a little bit on my jawline, a little bit on my temples, a little bit under my chin, and this is just a little slimming on the face. And then I bring it down on the neck a little bit, just to blend it, just so you don't have those harsh lines. Kind of pat it down a little bit more. I'm just going to add a little bit more concealer to around my eyes, under and the eyelids, just to kind of freshen it and brighten it up. And that's pretty much it. This is essentially the finished look. It might seem like a lot, but it's really simple, and hopefully this video helped out a little bit. And yeah, this is just me messing around with some face makeup. So hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. Bye.